There was once an old woman who had two large clay pots, each hung on a pole across her shoulders. Every day she walked down to the river to fill them with water. One of the pots was perfectly fine, while the other had a crack in it. Every day as the woman made her way home, the cracked pot would lose half of the water it carried, leaving the woman with only 1.5 pots of water by the time she returned to her cottage. The perfect pot would proudly fulfill its task, full of water, while the cracked pot would feel ashamed, knowing it could only carry half of its load. For 2 years this continued day after day. The perfect pot was always admired for its perfection, while the cracked pot felt inferior and defective. One day as they walked back to the cottage, the cracked pot finally spoke up. "Why do you keep me when I am broken and cannot serve you properly? I feel so useless, unlike the other pot, which is always perfect," it said. The woman smiled gently and replied, "Have you ever noticed the flowers that bloom along the path we take to the river? Look at them carefully next time." The cracked pot, though confused, decided to observe closely the next time they made their journey. As they walked again, it saw how the woman had planted seeds along the path. On the side where the cracked pot hung, flowers bloomed in vibrant colors, but on the side where the perfect pot hung, there were no flowers, just dry earth. "You see," the woman continued, "I knew about your crack, and I took advantage of it. Every day as we walked, I watered these flowers with the water that leaked from you. Without your crack, the flowers would never have grown, and the path would never have been so beautiful." The cracked pot was silent for a moment, then spoke again. "But I thought my imperfection made me useless?" The woman chuckled softly. "Your crack makes you special. You may have thought of yourself as broken, but in reality, you were part of something far bigger and more beautiful than you could ever have imagined." And from that day forward, the cracked pot understood that its flaws weren't a burden. They were what made it uniquely valuable, creating beauty and purpose where it once saw only failure.